Hello and welcome. In this video, we're going to talk about areas in items page and how you can work on pricing of each item in your BOM and how you can calculate labor and extended price. First of all, you've got to remember that in each document, you have to make sure that you add areas and items. And how to do that is going on the plus button and choosing areas and items. Also remember, if you choose to add areas and items, pricing breakdown will automatically be added to your document. Pricing breakdown is basically a summary of all the costs and the labor and the total costs. Now, inside areas and items, there's a show hide function. So if you click on it, this will ask you to choose what you want to show to the client in the final PDF or the document which you'll be sending to the client. So there are a bunch of things that you can choose to do here. And most importantly, if you don't want to do each line item pricing, you can do a lump sum price as well. And as you change stuff, it will automatically reflect in the document. Like for example, if I remove the images and click save, the images are removed. But how do I work on my pricing? How do I calculate my margins or markups? For that, you will have to click on this blue button which says areas and items, and this will open up a new areas and items page. Now this is the page on which you can work on your cost price, markup, margins, labor, and the final extended price. It will also give you final breakdown of your gross margin amount, your gross margin percentage, your markup percentage, total labor costs to the company, and profit on labor. However, this view is only available for the labor cost to company, and labor percentage is only available in the per item type labor if you choose to add per item labor. And we will have a separate video which will explain all the different types of labor which you can work on. However, coming back to our areas and items. So starting from the top, you have the summary page, which basically is the summary of all the items in your BOM. Then you have the rooms. Inside of the rooms, you'll get the quantities of all the items which are inside of that specific room. You can choose to add a new room, and you can add as many rooms into your document. Also, you can change the name of the room to a different room. And you can also choose if you want to delete this room or you want to remove it from the final PDF. You can also apply a margin or markup on all the items. So let's say I want to change the markup to 20%. I click on apply, and it will be changed. It will be applied to all the items in the BOM. Now, how do I work on markup or margin? It's very simple. You click on this settings button, and then you have the second question under general, which says, would you like to apply margin or markup? Right now it's selected as markup. You can choose margin as well. It's up to you. Then there are other things that you could do. I click on add item, and you can select which room you want to add a new product in. So you can add a new product, and you can search in a combined library of XTEN-AV and my library. Combined library means combined library of XTEN-AV and my library. This is where you can choose to add all the items into your final BOM. Or if you are working in x.doc and you complete a design inside of x.doc, it will automatically transfer all the line items from x.doc into your proposal in here. So you will not have to manually add each item. But if you're starting from scratch and you're starting from x.doc only or creating a new proposal, you can choose to add items one by one from your library or XTEN-AV library or a combined library as well. Then there are different actions which you could do. You can resync labor. If you change items in your BOM, it will sync the labor again. You can reorder rooms. So if you have more rooms, you can move them around and change their orders. You can sync with design. So let's say you make a change in your x.doc design and you want to reflect it inside of this document in your proposal. So it will add all those items from x.doc in here. And then you can download in Excel and PDF. What are the other settings that you could do? So if you'll go under the settings button, there are general and advanced settings. Under general, first thing you could do is you can do a currency selection. So you can create a proposal in or convert your proposal into different currencies if you wish to. Again, I've already told you about margin and markup. You can choose if you want to do a single type of tax, or you can do different tax on your equipment, labor, or shipping. And similarly, you can work on your discounts as well. We also have an API for North America for fetching the tax rates. So it's not North America, it's United States specifically. Sorry about that. And then there are a bunch of advanced settings. Like first thing is your labor selection or labor section. Right now, we're working on a document which is chosen to do per item based labor. To change the labor settings, you can click on this link here and it will open up a new tab or a new page for you. And you can choose to change from per item to overall or custom. There's a separate video about it, which explains what is per item, what is overall, and what is custom. Do watch it. Coming back to our document and the other advanced settings. If you are in the US, you can choose LABOR. If you're in Europe or anywhere else in the world, then you can use LABOUR. It's a small thing. You can also choose to add optional products. So if you say yes, then you'll get a new section inside areas and items where you can add optional products. You can do room-wise areas and items. So right now, it's showing you on this page areas and items as per a summary in your PDF. But if you want to do all the items in each room, then you say yes. And if you need a separate summary page in the client PDF, then you check this box, and then it will create different rooms inside of the areas and items, and then it will show all the items in each room. You can do a proposal excluding taxes. And lastly, and a small thing, if you'd like to round off to a whole number instead of rounding off to 2 decimal places. Some people prefer that. So you have that option as well. So you will see pretty detailed options are available. Now, if you're working on per item based labor, there are a bunch of other things which you will see, like the labor breakdown. We give you programming, testing, installation, and training. And to work on each item, you can either click on the edit button, and it'll give you the make, model number, description, pricing. This is what you can change everything in here. So you've just got to be mindful of the fact that if you got to make a change to any item in the BOM, you've got to make sure that you first select the room type and then you click on each item. Because in summary, many of the functions won't be available, like, you can't change the equipment discount and the final selling price. So let's say you're working on the room and you select each item. So now you can change the quantity for different rooms. And then in per item type labor, it's very simple. All you've got to do is you've already preset your costs to company for each of these labor heads, and you can add hours in here or change them, and then click on save and close. And your labor costs will be changed. Now, this is specific to per item based labor. And if you want to go back to your proposal editor page, where you can see all the different sections, you click on pages, it will take you back to the proposal editor. There are a bunch of other actions that you can do, like preview, review, and submit client PDF, or download and integrate a PDF, or download a zip file which contains both of these PDFs. So you can do all of this up. And you can also send this document for approval. So yeah, so that's all about the areas and items page. Hope you liked the video. To keep learning more, keep watching this space, and see you next time.